and Simone.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. Exactly as Oyvind said, we want to make a presentation, and we prepared this presentation many weeks ago, because we already presented this in other conferences and also to the Italian Tennis Federation. And it's a sort of story of history of what happened, particularly to Yannick during the 5-6 years that he has been in Bordighera in our Piatti Tennis Center. So when you must imagine when he came, he was 14. So his path, his technical evolution is continuing growing, and we are through different phases of teaching and of learning. When he came, he was 14. He was in what we call perfezionamento phase. Perfezionamento in Italian means improvement phase. It's a particular phase of the didactic moment. And here you can see all the different moments. Okay, we will see the details after. But when he started, it was in this phase. Then he moved to a more specialized phase that we call specializations phase. And then you must think that now he is top 10 in the world. So we say normally that players like him are high level players. And of course he is, but technically he's not high level. This is important. His ranking says to us that these high level players, okay, his ranking is high level, but technically is not high level. He's still in a specialization phase. So he has, and a lot of players who are very good players, who are top tennis players, also have a large quantity of improvement, margin of improvement. Do you understand? So that's what in Italy now we have. This is the situation of the different didactic phases in tennis for a kid, for a junior, starting from 4 years old, 5 years old. We start in the mini tennis, of course, as everybody in the world. Okay. Then after that, when they reach 9, 10, 11, it depends on the skills. They start in with this perfezionamento stage. This stage is as I said, the stage when you stabilize different skills. So you have to be able to hit a forehand in the correct way, backhand and serve and so on. This phase, as you can see, can go over 15, 16 years. Some years ago, we started specialization earlier, when they were 13, 14. Now we tend to give more time for this phase, and don't rush with kids. We don't have to rush, okay? They have time to reach the high level, because you can reach high level at 20, but only if you are very, very good. Very, very good. So you can also reach high level at 25, 24. We have different examples, even in Italy. Lorenzo Sonigo, who played Casper 2 days ago, when he was 18, when he was 20 years old, his ranking ATP was 800 at 20 years ago. Now he's 26 and he's 20 in the world. So that's why we have time. We don't have to rush, and we must try to focus on improving all the skills, and particularly the different phases, respecting all these different stages of learning. We will get back on this later. Now Simone will explain the different stages that Yannick has done during these years, and he will go in the particular. So I give you his. Mettilo qua. questo. This is teamwork.
Yeah.
Se si sentiva.
Aspetta.
Yeah. Messo bene.
Okay. Good morning. This video, Yannick, is in, I think, December 2018, 3 years ago, in December, before of the invernal practice. And Yannick has a normal ranking, no incredible points in the ATP ranking. And he played incredible with the forehand and backhand, incredible level. Practice with Chorich, practice with Raonic, Dimitrov, the same level for forehand and backhand, but the problem was the serve. Because Yannick served with the foot back technique, and the technique was good. It's a simple technique of the racket, of the movement. The problem was that not push the ball. The speed of the ball was too slow for the level of the forehand and backhand. So can win with some players, but it's difficult play against Chorich, Raonic, Dimitrov to improve their game. So Riccardo, the first thing, asked to improve the rotation of the shoulder and also the weight of the body, because his problem that is too much in front in the first part. So ask some exercise to feel better the right foot and the rotation of the shoulder. But it's too difficult for him because was too skinny. The physical is not ready to push at this level. So the idea was to change in foot up. Why foot up? Because in foot up it's more easy for him push. So the speed of the ball was different. The problem, yes, is that the balance of this movement, but for the speed, sure is better. Then the second phase is here in March, is after a long period when Yannick won 15, 16 match in a row. And in the first video, we can watch the first foot up after this period of matches. And the video stop in the first movement. We can watch that he's in late with the racket. Riccardo asked to him only to work with the rotation of the shoulder, because if working the rotation of the shoulder is more easy, feel the weight of the body back. And so when move the feet, is more easy push up and not in front. That's the problem that Yannick has in this year. This is before of the next gen finals. And Riccardo asked only the torsion of the shoulder in the serve. No other things. Work only with the toss and the rotation of the shoulder. Okay. Okay, after next gen, serve very well, okay, but there was a problem after the lockdown period, because Yannick doesn't play for 2 months. So the problem is that when restart to play, forehand and backhand no problem, but in the serve was very contract the shoulder, the arms. And we can see in the video, the first video is June, after the lockdown period, and arrive also with the racket, the face of the racket in front. So I show you again this video. Okay. Was very late with the hand and with the racket in the first movement. So Riccardo asked again to work in this rotation of the shoulder. Is very important for the players. Also for Raonic, for Chorich, for Sharapova, work a lot in this technique part.
The same principle that we talked about yesterday, if you remember, during the progression of the forehand and the backhand, after the ready position, the first thing is to show pace of the racket. No? So this movement, if you do this earlier, you are ready then to do everything earlier. So you are always going through the ball. It's here the same. If your racket is earlier here, if it's late here, you are late on the
Power position.
Power position. So that's the same concept.
Yeah, an important concept of Ricardo is the weight of the body is where is the racket. So if the racket is back, the weight of the body is back. And so it's important. If in this case the hand is here, the weight of the body is more in front than here. So it's very important, the rotation of the shoulder in the first movement. Then this year Yannick has some problems about the serve because after 3-4 tournaments for him it's very difficult find a good serve in every part of the match. So we can watch some video of some match this year, but the problem is every time the racket is late because the toss is too low and the timing is difficult, and when he is under pressure it's difficult for him have a good serve. You watch here, the racket is in late. And when landing,
Look at where
yeah,
the points of landing of the feet.
too much in front.
This is almost 1 meter inside. So we consider this too much. If you land too inside the court, you lose a lot of energy in front. You don't go up and you lose energy if you go too much in front. And then you have a problem. If you land here and your opponent returns well, you find the balls in the feet. So it's better to land close
Close to the line.
baseline.
Okay, so the idea to change again to foot back. Why? Because in foot back, Yannick has more balance, it's more easy for him move the racket, and then now Yannick improve the physical. Now the speed of the serve is good also in foot back, so he can return in foot back serve. And we can watch, it's completely different the first movement of the racket. The racket is early, the right hand is early, arrive early in the power position.
So now this is before Wimbledon this year.
Yeah.
This is after Wimbledon. He decided against Ricardo together to change and to come back to the football technique during a competition period, a very important competition. Imagine before a Grand Slam tournament.
After lost in Queens.
It was not easy to take this kind of decision because you can imagine you have to play on the grass, you have to play Wimbledon. After the Queens, they decided to change because they understood that there was something wrong in this progression. So they decided to come back to the older technique, the football technique.
Yeah, because
And everybody was saying, you are crazy.
yeah.
Are you changing technique during a big tournament? If you look at every manual, coaching manual tells us the complete difference. Don't touch the technique during the competition. Don't tell the... So here again, we are going back to the picture of la progressione. And again, we go, why that? Because if our mind is focused on this, you don't think that high level is 20 years, can be at 20 years, you can reach the level. But in the serve, it's not high level, it's just in this phase. And today also, it can improve more and more. Now we will see the last part of the season after we change from foot up to foot back. But it's still in this phase, even if the ranking says is there. You understand this concept? That for us it's very important because sometimes we think that top players, okay, look at what top players do, they do right. It's not true. Probably even number 20 in the ranking can have a lot of margin technically to improve. And so that's why after Wimbledon we decided to change and come back to the footback technique.
Yeah, this is after Wimbledon in Elba Island, and this is in US Open. And after lots of tournaments, Yannick won in Washington, and after won in Washington, we watch because change a little bit the technique in the first part of movement. The wrist and the racket is a little bit in late. So the technique gets worse respect to Elba Island. Also from this side, we can see the wrist that is in late and the racket is in late. So it's normal after 3-4 tournaments in a row, it's normal that if the serve is not stabilized, that can happen this one. So to solve this problem in this part of the season, that it's very important for him win lots of match. For him it's very important the toss, because when start foot back, then change foot up, the toss is too low for him. It's difficult to coordinate everything to have a good serve. This is in Elba Island. It's a good serve technique with the racket and everything, but the toss is too low, 3 meters and 55 centimeters. Then this is before Anversa, Sofia, yes, Sofia tournament, and ask only to change the toss. Higher. Yes, I show you again. Yeah, this video is better the wrist, it's better the racket, of course, respect of this video. But in this video, he has more time to arrive in the power position. So it's more easy to have a good serve. This is 2 days ago in the practice with Casper. Because also in tournament, Yannick every day send a video and try to improve the serve, the return. Yeah, the wrist is ever in late, but has more time to hit the ball, to arrive here in the correct way. Okay. And then it's important that the training to performance, so we can watch in the match. He starts the toss early than the other. I stop the video just. Okay. The video is synchronized. Here start to toss, so the toss is higher of the other serve. So arrive here in the power position early, and it's better for him. And then the important thing is the goal in the match that can change the angles. Yesterday, for the first time, I think it's one of the best match for him for the serve. In many games, change the angles. This is one of the game of yesterday. Riccardo asked me to analyze the match. And this is a good match because, good game because change the angles. Wide from the right, wide from the left. Is out, but also the second. To the T, and also from the left. First time that change every time the angles in one game. First time.
Here becomes the same concept we have seen yesterday. If you remember the progression we have seen, we started from the match analysis, then we go into the progression, stroke improvement. Why stroke improvement? Because if you you improve your strokes, of course you can improve your depth, your directions, your spin, and that exactly for the serve. So if you improve your skills, technical skills, then you can serve all directions, then you can change all the spin, and then you can, your opponent can understand what happens. The best in this is Roger Federer is the best serve for me in the tour, because when you serve, you never know where he's serving and how he serves. You can use different spins on the same angles and moving and changing during the match. So this must be built in a long time, and that's what we are trying to do with him in the serve. But as you can see, the tournaments, during the tournaments, our players, get worse technically every time, every week, every day. The techniques get worse during the match, because you have to adapt, you have to move, you have to follow, you have to push. And so that's why it's important after each match to go on court with the kids, to the players, and then to continue the practice, not only of course technically, also other things, but continue the process even during tournaments. Imagine if Yannick Simone, who is a professional 20 years old, top 10, changed his serve before Wimbledon. Okay, I think that we as a coach with our kids, we can work on technique every day, no problem if the tournament is on Saturday or tomorrow we have a tournament, and we don't have to touch the technique because we have to play the game. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the message.
About this is the day before to go to Paris for Roland Garros. This is after the first round, before the match against Mager in Roland Garros. And Yannick work in a technique in the serve. We still serve foot up here. Also this is in Queens. After lost in the singles, play the doubles. This is the day, the practice before the doubles match. The first time that serve in foot back. First time, first video. Now change the video. This is after the double match. After the double match, go in court to change, to feel better the serve, to try to improve the serve during the doubles tournament. Ok. Ok. C'è il cambio. Ok. These are some exercise, simple exercise that we want to show about the serve that are perfect for kids, for good player, and also for professional players. We can watch here in the Elba Island, Riccardo that want the rotation of the shoulders. Showing this video help Yannick to feel the arm. In this video, put the racket to ask to Yannick to feel himself the arm, and this is normal video. I show you again. Obviously, it's more simple here, arrive early. This is what Riccardo wants from the serve of Yannick. Okay, this is another exercise that the player feel 1 or 2 times without hit the ball to feel where arrive the arms. And then serve. This is very important for the feeling of the player. And Yannick, every time that start to practice the serve, every time 1 without hit and 1 hitting the ball. This is the last one for the rotation of the shoulder. Ask to serve very wide from the service line to serve very wide. It's more easy for the player find the correct rotation of the shoulder. Okay. Sì. Oh, sì, scusa.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can
thanks.
move it. Just a moment. See. Okay, so now we will see some examples of what we do normally for the serve. Yes, I just put it here. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so Johan and Max, now probably you are a little bit cold, so we try to warm up for the serve. So I ask you first, the first movement just to be very slow, not too fast. We don't need to have power right now, we just need to be very smooth and relaxed. So when you're serving, just move like this, okay? Even because you're not in the warm-up situation. So the first thing that now will show you Simone is the stance. Yesterday we said that we start from the ready position and the stance. So Simone will show you how to position your feet. As you remember yesterday, we said that we ask the player to play, even the kids, to start with both feet parallel to the line. So just take a position, please. One in the back, on the right side, one in the head side. Okay. Okay. As you can see, they are good players, so the position is semi-close, it's correct. If they were the kids, young kids, we ask to keep a little bit in front like this, okay? If they are beginners or young kids or juniors, we ask this position. And then we start and we go in this one, okay? This is correct for Johan. When you serve from the right side, of course, your feet cannot be perfect parallel to the line. Otherwise, it's too difficult to find the angle. So we ask to do this, but not too much, okay? So the most important thing is to do this. Why? Why this? There is an important reason, biomechanical reason of this. Why the parallel? Why the feet must be parallel, in your opinion? Right? Because if I want to jump, I don't do this like this jump. When I jump high, my feet must be parallel. So if the goal of the serve is to go up and not forward, that's the reason why we have to try to keep the feet as parallel as possible, okay? Yes, we can adapt in some situation, probably from the right side, because we need this more angles. The same for the lefty, they will be on the other side of the court. Okay, so first position of the foot. Then the ready position, keep the racket, okay? As you know, we have different way of keeping the racket during the position. As you can see, they have different position. Max has his both arms extended. Johan is a little bit closer to the body and a little bit more relaxed. So the suggestion is to be relaxed as much as you can. Okay, you don't need to be like this at the beginning, because the goal is to be relaxed and to find the more smoothless action as possible. Okay, so another thing is the head of racket. Many players start with the racket like this, Roger, for instance, and many players prefer to have a higher racket. With beginners and kids, we suggest, as we said yesterday, to keep the racket high. Okay, fallo vedere bene, Simone. Because you think the racket, if it's high, let it go down, like a pendulum, lascialo andare giù. Ok, Ston, fallo vedere tu, Simone. If the racket starts from here, the head, and it's going down normally. You don't have to push. You don't have to use force, strength, or power. The racket moves the arm. It's not the arm who moves the racket. You understand? That's why we suggest always to start from a high head position to have this kind of relaxation movement.
You can also use only two fingers to move the racket in the first movement. It starts with at the top of the racket higher. It's easy because I use the swing of the racket.
Try.
If I start like this, I use the power of the arms of the head.
Try, guys. Try. With open arms, with open hand, okay, just the two head, and try to move it like this. And when you go back, the weight goes back, okay, from forward to back. And you have to feel this, okay, very well, good. Another suggestion is to, many players change the grip during the serve, or they serve with a nearly Eastern grip. So a good suggestion, fallo vedere, mettiti davanti qua davanti, is to keep the index open, like Simone shows, and serve open until the power position. Then you can close the index, okay? You start with the index open, like this, and then you close, okay? Try to do it. Now with the ball, we start hitting with balls. Very softly, okay? Keeping like this, yes. Until here, and then you close, okay? Try. No, keep open until the power position. No, you close early. You have to keep until here. Then when you're here, you close, okay? Exactly. Try with the ball. Keep your feet still, don't move, okay? Don't serve so fast. Easier, soft. Start easier. Just keep. Okay. Try again. Open your fingers. Open. Keep open. Yes. Up. And then you close.
Yeah, in this way, it is impossible for the player to change the grip because the player changes the grip with these two fingers. When I arrive here, sometimes do like this. So if
the index.
Finger, is open.
It's impossible to change the grip. So it's a sort of tip you can try with your kids. Okay, let's go. Now we watched something about the preparation, okay? And now Simone will show you one of our tips that we use to help the player to feel this perception of relaxation, okay? So the coach help with the racket like this, okay? You put the racket on the arm and you do the same with Max. Wait, go Max, rubber ball. Okay, good rotation. Okay, good. So this can help you to follow and to get early here. Another tip, as you said in the video, was the coaches stands by the side of the player like this. This is a tip taken from Dennis Vandermeer, okay? Dennis was one of the best tip solution of problems for players. Okay. Now Max. Okay. This is because many players, as you can see, even in the circuit, when they prepare like this. No? Here, you see the racket like this. Someone goes here, but if you go here, who is working? The racket or the arm? It's the arm who takes the racket. It's not the racket who brings the arm. So if I do this, I'm so relaxed and I don't lose energy and I be more coordinated. Here I have to use strength. Okay, probably I can also be a big man or a big athlete, and I can do this, and I can serve even very strong. But imagine when you are 5-all in the third during an important match or during a tiebreak, and you go to serve there, or 5-4 serving for the match. That's the moment where you have to be accurate and you have to serve well. If you serve like this, probably in that moment, mentally, emotionally, it's not so easy to be accurate. If your technique is smooth and is correct, then even in that moment, even the emotions are strong because you know the importance of the point of the match, probably you'll get more success. That's what we think about, okay? Next, we'll see some the shadow. Il due a vuoto, fallo vedere tu davanti. Fallo vedere tu con la palla. Faglielo vedere. Show. So, Simo, show. Mettiti qua, fallo vedere qua. This is, we ask the player to try this movement and then to serve the third. So, twice in a shadow movement and then they serve, okay? And the coach controls the movement. Watch Johan and Max. Who is earlier in this part of the movement? Watch. What do you think? Who is earlier in the preparation? Can you see that Johan has a shorter movement and Max, he makes a longer movement, okay? But Max is using best the racket. Johan, to be shorter, use more the arm. So, okay, you must be shorter here, but you must also understand that if you use too much your arm, probably you have more probability to have injuries on the shoulder, you have probability to not be as accurate as a normal serve. So that's why we have to find the best solution for each player, because we don't have the only way to serve. Every player has his best technique. That's why we have to analyze, we have to watch videos, and we have to follow our players during all the periods of growing. Because now they are 15, 16, how old are you? 15? 14, 15. But in 2 years, probably, they will have to change many things in their technique to improve. So it's a sort of development, okay? Well, now the backward. Another exercise that we use often in our center is to improve the leg weight transfer, particularly the back leg. Is this one that Simone now is showing, and then you will try. Going back cross squat and go, okay? So you step by step, you take 2 or 3 balls, guys, come to the service line here. 2 balls each, 2 or 3, even 2 or 3. And you go back like this, you serve, and then you go back and continue to go back to your chest. Okay, and you serve like this. You serve, up, keeping the weight on the right. Okay, perfect, Max. Okay, sorry. Okay, you go back. Continue, hop. Okay, the steps can be also larger. Okay, larger step. Okay, just to keep well the balance. Okay, and again, go cross over. Cross in front here with the left, okay? And then and perfect. Bravo, good, okay? It's okay. The same we can do in the other direction. And we do this like not a serving, but like a javelin throw, so that you have now to toss the ball with your hands, not with the racket. Show me, faglielo vedere. You start from the back fence, you run, and you toss the ball like this, okay? Run. In this way, I didn't tell anything to them, watch what happens. If we make a video from the back where is Simon sitting, if you make a video, Simon, you will see that both players, they do a lot of rotation here, because if you have to toss the ball running forward like a javelin thrower, that's normal. So sometimes we ask our players, you have to turn, you don't turn. Okay, don't tell him nothing, just do this, and you will see that they will learn how to feel this sensation. So the first is just to keep more on the weight legs. Okay, so you feel this one. This is very important. The second is to improve the rotation of the shoulders. Okay. Now, again, ready to play with the rackets. Piedi uniti, piedi indietro. Now, Simone will show you next exercise. You start as a Monfils serve. So foot up, foot back, and foot up. So you start like this, you go back, and you go again. Okay, this is very good when you have to practice the foot up serve. So starting, you feel, okay, good, Johan. Dagli le palle, dagli le palle. Okay. Foot up, back, and up. Very well, okay? Okay, you have to try to experiment. Some players do this very easily. Some players are blocked, so probably it's not the right way to work. So you have to keep the foot back position. But we understood that every player is different. Think of the girls, for instance. It's difficult to have a girl serving in a foot back position. Now there are many more players and girls using this technique. But for girls, foot up technique is very useful because, of course, they found more energy in this way. So if they have a good coordination, then we can have a very good servers. Think of the Raducanu serve. We talked about this with Simon last night. Raducanu has, for me, one of the best serve from the technical and coordination part. It's a foot up serve, very difficult because, as you can see, the foot up needs a lot of coordination. But she's very good at that. So I think that we can build and we can help our players to improve their shot. The next, you come close to the... Sì, ci sono qua dei cosi. Okay. Bring. You have a balls? Okay. Now, I ask you to serve from this. You serve from here. Johan, come, Phoebe. Come. Okay, now we ask the players to serve to the cones outside of the court. Okay, you just have to serve there and try to hit the cone. Okay, a little bit higher, stronger now with more speed. Okay, more angle, not power but angle. Okay, try to. Again, what happens without saying nothing to the player? What happens? Go. What do you see? What can you see from this? Bravo, good. That was good. I can see that they are improving their rotation. They are not thinking nothing. They're just thinking of hitting the ball and the cone. But as you can see, both are more using this. So this is a good exercise to work on the shoulder rotation during the serve. Okay, the last one that we want to show you is a drill that Riccardo has used with Milos Raonic, because you must think that Milos is one of the best servers in the circuit. We know he's very tough serve. And when they worked together, he didn't want to, he worked through every shot, forehand, backhand, volleys, but he said, don't touch my serve, because I'm serving so well, so I don't want to watch video, I don't want to talk about the serve, because I'm serving well. That's what Milos said. And Ricardo said, okay. But he didn't agree with him, because Ricardo thought that he could be better as a server. Yes, he has a very strong serve, a big bum, 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 220 kilometers an hour, yes. But it was not as accurate as other players. So just to help him to improve, to go up, because Milos was one who thought again that it was important to go forward and hit as much power as possible going forward. He didn't say nothing. He put Milos here, prova tu, try, and ask, closer, no? Sì, ma non so se lui ce la fa. Ma qui deve battere. Ah, ok, no, so, pensavo di là. Ok, you have to serve from here. Sorry, Devi servire. Magari lo facciamo vedere. Faglielo vedere. Show him, because you have to serve in your court like a ping pong, and let the ball bounce as high as possible. If you can, the ball should go over the net. You know that net in the phone. So where Porsche, okay? Try, easy. No problem. Both, one on the side, one on the other side. Good, good. Okay, let it jump. Ooh, perfect. And Ricardo, you go. Ricardo put Ivan Ljubicic, who was the coach at in a period together. They were coaching Milos together, and Milo and Ivan stayed outside the fence, and Milos had to go to, and that was the joke and the game. Very good, very good. In this way, what happens? Look at where they try to stay on the line, keep the line. Look at where he lands after the serve. Okay. Why? Very, very close to the line. Okay, go. In this way, it's difficult that one player. It's impossible that one player land like this, because if you have to smash the ball down, you have to go up, not go forward. So that's why we use this exercise to help players to go more up and not down. Yes?
I agree with you, but at the same time totally disagree. I will tell you why. If you have the toss too much in front, then you're working too much forward.
Yeah?
But if you landing on the line, for example, then the toss is too
Yes, of course.
much. Yeah. But John Isner, for example, is always landing inside.
Yeah. You have to, inside.
Now you can take some examples, but yeah. So where is?
No. This is just a drill to feel this sensation. It's not the way to serve, because, as we said, players, when they serve in a correct way, they land into the court. Okay, so you have to be probably like this, no? So no, it's not here. You don't have to land here, otherwise. That's right. Okay, of course. But it's like this. No, if you serve like this, it's not that you have to serve like this. It's an exercise that help you to know better how to move the legs and how to move the weight transfer.
Feeling that you sometimes say that the toss is too much in front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you want, for example, this horse kick, and you have a toss too much here, it's very hard to come in that position, for example.
For the kick.
Yannick, when I saw his videos, he had not so horse kick like you. You know horse kick?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
That is a sign that you maybe don't get too much energy. Yeah, you want the contact up to contact, but you also want forward, more forward momentum after.
Yeah, yeah. You must imagine it's a combination. It's not, we are talking about extremes sometimes. So we have to find the right combination for each player, because in reality, it's not the component, the physical component, it's not only vertical. It's it's vertical and horizontal. So you have to find the right way. The problem is that normally our kids and our students and also players, also high-level players, think that you have to use more horizontal component than vertical. That's the problem. So we have to be sure, that's what we think, but we are sure that it's better if you use a more vertical component rather than a horizontal component in the power.
One last thing, and then
Yeah? No.
the best advice I saw actually on the video was a lot of people thinking the power in that direction because you don't get the ball that direction. But he said you should not think anything on the other side. You should only think all power up to the ball. And that if you have the toss too much here, then you get wrong angle. But if you have a toss perfect and you're thinking all power up to the ball, you will always. And I tried by myself, and I say it was very good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we didn't say it, but when a point of contact for us, it's 12 o'clock, you know, in the clock from behind. So it should be, yes, a little bit in front of you, but also in line with the left foot.
But the toss makes the perfect angle.
Yeah, of course. Good. So, do you have any other question? Yes?
Do you change it if you play serve volley?
Please?
You just play serve volley. Do you change it?
For serve and volley? Okay, good question. Yes, of course, if we play serve and volley, you have to adapt your technique. And probably, you know, we know that a little bit you have to toss a little bit in front of you because of the action you want to take. So you have to change. The problem is that if you move too much in front, you lose the opportunity to use more angles, okay? Because one thing is to serve wide. When you think serve wide, okay, but wide, we can serve wide here, we can serve wide here, but we can also say wide here. So, you know, it's a bit different. When you serve wide and you get that angle, no chance to return. If you get this one, less chance. If you get this one, more chances for the returner to return. So that's why if you toss too much in front, it's impossible to find this one. Okay? Probably you serve wide, okay? You serve strong and with it, but with more angles. So that's why we have also to understand the quality of the serve. A good server is not just one who serves with power and with a high percentage of serve. Also, you have to watch the angles and where the ball lands, and that's where Roger is very good was and is very good, because he's serving different points with accuracy in the important points, in the important moments. Okay.
Yeah, it's very important for the serve and volley the steps after landing, because yes, landing here, but then the steps is important to reach the net, and not too much the toss in front.
Talking about doubles, just 1 minute. This year, Yannick started to play many doubles tournaments because we think that doubles is very useful for high-level players, even for this kind of player, particularly for junior, for young players, because in doubles you can develop many skills that can be useful for the singles. So serving, serve and volley, and volleying, because Yannick has a lot of needs. He has to learn to play volley. He's not so good in the net play, and he can improve a lot So yesterday, for instance, he came a lot of times to the net and he had a lot of smash, and Casper was lobbing continuously. And even the smash, imagine just 1 year ago, 1 year and a half ago, he couldn't smash. All the smash were out, so it was not as good as we see now. So that's why there's a large margin of improvement, and that's what we try to do every day by helping not only Yannick, but all the players who come to our center. So I want to thank Johan and Max for the help. Thank you very much, you guys. Don't go away. I give you a gift. Don't go away. Just one moment. So wait for me.